the Lord, everyone. I just want to share what God has done great in my life and be an encouragement to you. So, as many of you know, I actually do makeup, and that I've just ventured out to get a storefront. And God has blessed tremendously. I didn't plan to do it. It didn't make sense. But it was something that God had told me to do because I was okay with being by myself, doing things by myself. I didn't want to be accountable for anybody. But yet he wants to have me go into a storefront and have other people to work along with me because he says that I have to be a blessing in a community. When I remember when I first started out, how it was hard to have an opportunity to do what I do, and he needs people that are integral in this business. So he said he's sending me. Amen. So with that being said, I said, well, Lord, how? I was in the suite, and the suite that I was in is usually a year contract, but for some reason, someone messed up and gave me a month-to-month contract. So that was number one. I could get out of it. But it was a 45-day notice that I needed to give, but it ended up being a leak within the suite. Right. And not a lot of my stuff got destroyed, but I said, well, I found the storefront and I wanted to move. It just started happening so quickly that we got approved for the building. So I said, well, can I just go ahead and get out of this space and we could just call it an even swatch? And they jumped on it. They didn't assess any of the damage to see if it compared to the 45 days that I was still supposed to pay rent. They just said go. So I was able to move into the storefront, and I don't know, see, Sister Sonia, you don't know, because I was so nervous because this was a big jump. And my husband was fighting me the whole way because I love Elliot so much because he is a man that is protective of us, and we are the perfect balance of each other. I'm like, go, 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 I want to go for it, and he's like, no, let's think about the A, B, and C, and D. But I'm so thankful for him that he doesn't even realize God was using him because he had to come along with me with the building, and he was still going along with the paperwork, the deposit, but all along he still wasn't for it yet. But yet he was still doing what I needed him to do. That's what God does when he sends you to do something, when it's not you within yourself. I'm not trying to be a boss. I'm not trying to, have all this fame, but God significantly sent me on this assignment. So God was even working on him, even though his mind wasn't with mine yet, and his faith wasn't with my faith yet. So needless to say, I now need the working capital, and I'm talking with Elder Sean, and Elder Sean is helping me to figure out ways that I can get the working capital. But all with that going on, I'm still moving forward, and I'm still announcing that it's happening. I'm still looking for staff, and everybody like, you ain't even got it yet. You ain't even got it yet. But I kept doing it, and then as I was doing social media and just working, and the passion, you could see it in my face. Somebody come along and say, I want to invest $10,000. Initially, they invested $8,000, but then it ended up being $10,000 total. So God just continually blessed and made a way. So I'm so thankful, and I just want to encourage someone, even if it doesn't seem like it's possible and it doesn't make sense, it can happen. God will fund whatever vision you have if he's sending you to do it. So I thank God for my friend Charmaine. Sister Paulette has a salon, and she's telling me how I could set mine up. I'm thankful for so many, and I felt alone sometimes because it was like, like I said, it was hard because it just didn't make sense yet because again, everything wasn't lining up yet. But then it immediately started to line up. So I'm so thankful, and I'm thankful that Elliot, he sent me a message the other day just encouraging me and saying, babe, it's going to be all right. The Lord told me that it's going to be all right. So he's 100% with me, and I'm thankful. But not only that, God is I'm almost fully staffed, Elder Sean. A lot has happened over the weekend. So I'm almost fully staffed. And every person I said, Lord, I don't want to just hurry up and do things for money. I said, Lord, you will make ways. So the Lord has sent people, not just any kind of people. These are people that are established in business, that are good people, people that are saved. So I'm thankful that God is sending, because he told me this will be a place where he will be exalted. So he's sending the right folks. So I'm thankful for that. And he's sending them quickly. But not only that, you guys know that I work full time. And I work full time, and I've been working to get this space up. And God knows sometimes I feel worn out. And I don't know how I'm going to continue to go on. And I'm like, Lord, what? I don't even know. Sometimes you just think to yourself, why did I do this? But then you told me that, strength for the journey. You didn't even realize that you were saying what you were saying, and God sent a word through you. So God had gave me strength for the journey. God had reminded me of that. And so here comes work. And I'm at work, and I'm working off of 3 hours of sleep because I'm working on the business stuff. And then I'm the kids, Lisa gigging just as much as me and Elliot gigging. So I'm tired, I'm worn out. And so I'm just like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I interviewed with Fox 5, still waiting on that response. But even if I don't get it, I'm thankful that they even saw me, and I feel like the seed is planted. But I'm still waiting on a call from them. But I'm like, okay, Lord, I don't want to lack or slack, in my job. So this week we had, I didn't even know, but apparently we had review time. And just so much was going on, I forgot it was review time. So Friday, my boss called me, and we going over a review, and I just began to talk to her. And I told her about my endeavors, and most of them knew. And I just said, because I have a position where I work with a nurse practitioner. And she only works 3 days out the week. And I asked my supervisor, would it be possible for me to work only 3 days out the week? And she said, because I told her, just personally, I just said I got a lot going on and I don't want to slack in my position. And she said, sure, and you could keep your salary. We don't get what we need because we don't ask. And we're not honest. I've been crying out to God, asking him, Lord, I know that you sent me to do this, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired, Lord. Lord, just please make a way for me. And I went and I talked to my boss. She said, whatever you need, Chanel, it's fine. I will put in everything for it to go through for you to work part-time. So now I don't even have to be overwhelmed. I can be with my kids. The days that I do work with the nurse practitioner, I'm 8 to 4 versus 6 to 3, so I can see my kids off in the morning. So I remember you said to me to cast my cares upon the Lord. I started casting every worry to him, and he worked it out. He knew that I wanted to be with my kids. He knew that I wanted my husband to see the vision, and God worked it out. So whatever God is sending you to do, you continue to pray, you continue to believe, no matter what. A lot of people thought it didn't make sense, but I believe what God told me, and he will make it come to pass. Amen. Thank you.